Mumu put some more bread for us when we left. That's how we continued the journey when the journey that summer had been quite a long time, so we came to a certain village. When we stopped, the village was known as Kikala at the time. Every farm was the same thing as before. There wasn't much of anything. Yrjo said that we go to that low farm. Often there is a low farm, and the smaller one has a lot of room inside for the traveler. We went inside that farm there. There was an old man in the corner sitting there mending a net, a fishing net, and he sat us down in the corner and asked where we were and where we were going. And the old man told me that he spoke pretty good Finnish. He used to speak Finnish in Finland. And that's how we used to open the doors to the others, which way the Krinkat Kainalo says, go that way and go through the back door, because they won't let you in. Well, mother is fishing in the lake with nets, and if you happen to see her with fish, then come back. And we got Krinkat Kaino, and we went to the village, and flew at the time we went through the back door. The lady of the house looked at us wide-eyed. Where did these boys come from? She reached to the floor for a clay pot where Karelians stored milk and made buttermilk. She gave us milk and buttermilk to take back. We carefully walked back so we didn't spill the milks to the ground. We went back to the other house, and he was making fish soup. And he put the fish in it and put the broth in. Another cup. So we got to eat fish and soup and buttermilk, and I remember a piece of bread there. Then we slept there. We drank it there. And the old man told of stories. As a young man, he traveled around Finland and adventures he had. I have had many adventures in my life. There was still miles, Vista, to the border of Finland. Say, take the forest path, and there's a fork in the road. Don't go to Kurakati Road, don't go, he said. We didn't know what that was, and we weren't so brave, then we would have asked what Kurakate was. He said to walk down the path even till, but be careful, there are soldiers there on the border, you have to be careful. We really did try to be careful. We came close to it, there, in the forest edge, and Yrjo said there's a soldier over there. So we saw him when he was moving there in the bushes then. We turned and ran quickly back into the forest, and I don't know how long they were. Let's say it was different running in the woods. We didn't have proper shoes. It's so different forest, and got lost. Then I stopped and stayed still. I listened. I didn't hear any rustling or rustling. The speed continued while traveling for some distance there, and then I tried to listen and tried to hear Yrjo's voice. I didn't hear anything for a long time. Then I heard something distant sound, but I didn't dare to say anything. If I say anything, the soldiers might hear. It was quiet, but I didn't hear Yrjo's voice at all. I tried to figure out where I came from, and so and where I was going, and I went back. Well, it's not customary at the time when the woods said that, and when you were in treachery, my mother advised to always cut off a branch as you go, so you know how to get back, and when you walk by rocks, always turn a stone, or place another stone on top of the stone in the direction where you came from. And my head was going. I did this there and then, and I walked quietly back there, then I found on the road a branch where I had broken a twig, where we had turned to run in the forest. I stopped there for a while and realized there wasn't a soldier but a horse and I myself. No soldier was there, but a horse was there in the woods still eating hay in peace, there in the forest, the road. So I came to that fork in the road. Now I began to think that which of these was the right direction to take. The left turn, and I was walking for some distance. There was barbed wire used to be a fence. There was barbed wire on both sides of the road and small shacks, and they were scattered there. I walked on and heard some sounds, something from the front. I looked, there was a house that was in the forest, the house, and I wondered what kind of people were there. I crouched down and wondered who they really are. There were Russian soldiers in the yard, and we were there. I just remember if it was an auger or a sledgehammer, but now it had been cut with branches. There was something like a cornfield, and I just lay down there for a while, and it was a Saturday night.